As you can see, I like my movies and TV shows, but we're not here to discuss the content. We're here to discuss the fact that I only have these two small shelves to hold them in. So, packaging for this is important, and in my experience, this ranges from awful to awesome. Let's start with the worst and work our way to the best that I found. Now, this is my opinion, and this is mostly based on how much space the packaging takes up, how convoluted it is, and how the discs are secured. How pretty the packaging is not really a factor. Okay, here is by far the worst that I have seen. This nice, thick monstrosity holds a whopping 3 discs. That's right, 3. And that's not the end of it. You open it up and what? There's only 1 disc! Then you realize you've only opened up the first half. Open up the second one and oh, there's the other 2 discs. Is this really necessary? Moving on, we have this. Now, in terms of shelf space, this is a huge improvement over the last case. But you open it up, and again, you only see 1 disc, only to find that the rest are stacked on top of one another. I'm sorry, but I do not really believe in the idea of stacking discs. It irks me to no end. The main problem other than that is that you have trouble of getting to the later discs. Say you want to watch something on disc 3. Uh-oh, disc 1 and 2 are in the way. And some people have trouble getting the discs out with one hand, so the difficulty increases with each disc. Next we have this. I can kinda understand why they have the soft foam cover, but I don't understand why it's not really optional to go without it. Yes, the title is on the face, but there's nothing on the spine except for plain white. Or if you want to put it on your shelf facing the other way, you get pink paw prints. But that's not all, we have to check the discs. Okay, a loose-fitting pamphlet, disc 1, and ugh! While it may be minor, this is still disc stacking, which I was going to bring up in another case, but at this point, I probably don't have to. Though, to be fair, this almost fixes the problem that the other type of disc stacking caused, so it's a step in the right direction. A better example of how to do this is right here. While it has less discs, making my point more or less moot, it still works better because all the discs have their own space. Okay, this next one is a bit unique. Now, I will say that at first it seems to suffer the same problem as the Mega Man case did, as in it being a big honky case. I will say now that there are 6 discs in here, so that makes it a bit more understandable. But here's the kicker. Take the paper sleeve off and you'll notice that it's backwards. Weird, right? Then again, it's from outside the US, and some languages are written right to left, so it's understandable. Now that's not even the end of it. Let's open her up. Yeah, what happened? I don't even know what to say about this. I mean, except for the fact that it's a bit bulkier than I would have wanted, there's not a huge problem here, it's just weird. I got nothing else, really. Now, some would think that this is a step back, but as I explained, I may be able to change your mind on it. Here's another 6-disc set. The thing I like about this is that each disc has its own little thin case. The discs are secured nicely, all are easily accessible, and since each one is a thin case as opposed to a standard one, it takes up only a bit more than minimal space. Now here's a better example of this. The overall box is made out of cardstock as opposed to full cardboard, making it thinner. And each one of the thin cases has 2 discs, one on each face. And in a 4-disc set, this means that only 2 thin cases, which takes up the space of 1 standard case. So, well done. The only time I've seen this done wrong was here, where there were 4 separate sets, and the movies in each set were completely out of order. Like, why is the first movie in the 4th set, the second movie in the 3rd, and the 3rd movie in the 1st? It's not even alphabetical! How did they decide to order this? Whose idea was this? Until I started this video, I actually forgot this was a set, just because I just had them on my shelf individually and in the correct order. Well, it took us a while, but we made it. The best packaging for a set I have ever seen. And how? This 6-disc set fits into a standard-sized DVD case. How? Well, there's 2 on the face, 2 two-sided book pages for 4 of the discs to have their own space, and then the final disc on the back face. All in a nice, easy access, nicely secured, and small package that fits ever so nicely on the shelf. Magnificent. Well, if you lasted this long, thank you for watching and putting up with my rants for a bit there. And if you ever decide to make a DVD set in the future, please take note of this. Thank you and good night.